All right, I think other than I really want to encourage you to really read through. Let's look through here. I want to, let's see, let's do this. Okay, I sent to you this document. I want to go the other way. The NeSA Test Administration Manual. And I really want you to make sure that you read through that. Now, I don't know if it was a bonus for you or not, but if you notice when you went through this, I highlighted, you got my highlighted copy, and these were the things that I felt was most important for us to be able to understand about the NeSA test. Couple things I want to draw your attention to. On page 5, it talks about scheduling the assessment, and it's right down here. And I'm sure you and your district assessment coordinator, your DAC, have made those kinds of adjustments for that and schedules for that. Here, this talks about the security of the particular assessment. One other thing here on page, we talked about the practice test, test administration orientation. That's what we've been going through here this morning. The next pages have to do. I wanted to, test session tickets. Here we go. You'll need a test session ticket, and I'm sure your district assessment coordinators will provide those for you. One other thing that I really want to, in this manual, draw your attention to, if you would go clear back to page 46. On page 46, let me stack these a little neater. On page 46 are suggestions for get this just a little bit. Suggestions for a smooth testing process. Now, when we go through those, a lot of these are basically kind of information that we always have done as teachers, but it's always good to review them and to strengthen our understanding about them. As we read down through, the first ones are all we've been working with today. I really want to encourage you to take advantage of all practice test opportunities. And your DAC should have developed a scheduling plan. See, here's where we talked about establish a testing setting that matches the instructional setting as much as possible. That's what is important. Don't wait until the end. Avoid Mondays and Fridays. Here, this one I really want to talk about. Communicate the importance of the test with staff and with students. This one right here. It's so important. This one, communicate. Now, what I really want to talk to you about there on that communicate is the fact that if your attitude, knowledge, skills, and beliefs about Nebraska State testing are far more visible than we really try to take credit for. And it's real important that our attitudes and beliefs be just as positive as possible for our students. I realize I've had several conversations with districts and just how do I get students to recognize and realize that this particular set of assessments are very, very important. Well, one of the things is that if you exemplify that it's very important to you how they do on these particular tests and have a very positive attitude and an outgoing attitude about this, why they are going to emulate that also. Not 100%, I'm not a Pollyanna, But I do know that if you talk about it in a positive light, that it's an opportunity for measurement and growth, that they will respond to that. So let's do our best to do those things. Let's go back to the document. Want to make sure you have that testing do not disturb sign. Here again, encourage your students to do the best. They've got a building. You probably have a building plan because this is not your first time you've done NeSA testing. You've done NeSA-R and NeSA-W, or will be doing those, so you have some experience with that. And by all means, when you're giving the instructions to the students, follow the script word for word. Do not embellish at all. Follow the script word for word. What that does is it offers an equitable opportunity for all students to have the same instructions at the same time, given in the same manner, all across the state of Nebraska. So please make sure that you read the instructions exactly as they are. And then, of course, the last one is use common sense. Just use plain old common sense as to how this is going to work for all of us. We have to. If we don't use common sense, then then it's all for naught.